how I'm going to do this without triggering all of them.
Aggressive. Understand? I'm a gentleman. Chivalry matters where I come from. But you push and push and push, and eventually, you know, I might push back.
What is it, Igor? I'm not in the mood. I don't feel well.
Absolutely curious.
Oh, I think I killed Angie. No, I killed Igor. That makes life easier.
Better not be cold.
We'll find you eventually.
I don't have any grenades left.
Cold. Someone there?
That's unfortunate.
Don't move.
Feel the air. Hello. Come back so I can stab you.
Don't fight it. Let yourself go. There is no death. There is only the loop. Oh.
Just like that time when...
Somebody's been busy.
Better not be cold.
I mean, this makes my life a bit easier. I just do this.
Better not be cold.
Hand that off. Let that recharge.
Temporary setback.
Hallucination.
So what I could try and do is...
Harder with your life.
There we go. Now, can I get a knife into her? Or are there people around? Maybe. Let that reload. And then kill the entry with a knife. Nice! I just need the Rigto plan. I'm guessing that's where Igor went. Off the edge of the building. Must admit, wasn't expecting it to work out quite that way, but whatever. Here we go. I've also got a couple of lives, so I should be alright at the moment. There we go. We go down this way. It's because we can hack the turrets, and that makes our life a bit easier. There we go. There we go. This This is why having subtitles on does occasionally help. Right, whoosh. Now, I took out all of them here, I think. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, there we go. Right, okay. Job's a good one.
Pitchfork.
So this time, we shoot Juliana, and we end ourselves, and then that's that. Actually, is there a journal entry for that? I confronted Juliana. Okay, so yeah. So we'll see what the full ending of the game is.
Zenith.
I'm on in, here goes nothing.
The kettle plant.
Kettle plant. Oh, rocket car. Go. Amazing it still works as well, considering it's being left in that room for 40 years or something. There we go. Boom.
All right, I made it.
There we go. Welcome home. I'm not entirely sure why these are here. Well, whatever.
I think I'm gonna get ice cream next loop.
Cool.
Are these antiques even gonna fire?
If you pull the trigger.
And if I don't?
Amazing things. Other worlds, other times.
Where we kill each other.
Sounds like fun. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Juliana! You liar. You fucking liar. This was what you wanted? This was your big plan? To just fucking die? Then what? Hope I don't finish the job? That's the best you've got? It's worked before, man. Gotta give her that. So what'll it be?
We're gonna jump. That's what it's gonna be. Are we ready? Geronimo! There we have it. Oh. Oh. The sky certainly looks different. And the ocean's gone. What?
It
The...
worked?
Wait, is that? Tower always been there?
Okay. Here goes.
Oh, Frankie lives!
So, you just woke up and don't know what's happening. Don't fret, Ramblin' Frank's got you covered like a warm blanket. Here's my first track off my first album. Oh boy, time flies. Well, at least it used to. Happy first...
You thought I'm dead and done. You'll know for sure tonight. I'm rising from my
Happy second day.
and I'm holding my switchblade tight, 'cause you can blast me with dynamite, but I won't rest in pieces. I'm a revenant, baby. And I'll be back. It's gonna be one pale morning, all middle of the night, when I'll come round to take your life. I know it will feel alright, 'cause you can bury me underground, paved over for good measure. I'm a revenant, baby, and I'll be back.
Hey, Colt! She's alive!
Be sure to watch your six. I'm out with the boys tonight.
And all of a sudden she's dancing, okay. And then Alexis is just Alexis.
You're in for a fight, my darling, 'cause you can try to
Oh,
drown me, babe,
we actually get to see his face.
but I won't sleep
Interesting.
with the fishes. I'm a revenant lady, and I'll be back.
So Colt rescued 2B. Nice. 2-bit, even. Oh, 2B for sure. I love that she's still the Hicks with us. Okay, so Colt, Pick, and a bunch of the Eternalists and 2-bit venture off into the wastelands. Harriet's dancing. V is still evil. Charlie gets punched in the face. Frank's lost it. Alexis is broken. Oh, that ending was so much better than the other ones. I'm so glad I ended on that. Okay, yeah. This game, man. And it all comes together at the end. Juliana hates us because we've broken the loop. We are left on a planet that may be thousands of years into the future for all we know. It's just... wow. That... oh. Gordon Bennett, this has been a fantastic game. I'm glad I finally got to play this one. I really am. They all come together. I'm thrilled Picks there. After we saved her from killing herself at the end of every day. Though apparently, I think, if I remember correctly, she then was going to kill herself every morning until we broke the loop. So, but other than that... dude. And it came back. We helped 2-bit. Wait, well, we rescued 2-bit, as Charlie, I assume, tried to rip 2-bit open so he could take his brain back. Wenji is just sort of now probably going to be a villain. If there's a sequel, Wenji could very well be a villain, because we've broken her experiment. We've destroyed her glorious glorious, whatever it is, pinnacle of science. Igor, just Igor. Let me see Alexis's face. I'm not entirely sure what the symbolism of Alexis's face reveal is. Is he supposed... I don't know. When I looked at him, I kind of got a flash of the outsider through my mind, but I honestly don't know. Maybe I'm just making... I probably am making that up. Maybe I'm remembering things wrong. It's been a long time since I played Dishonored, but still. And of course, Frank just lost it. But Burnus, yeah, this hungover starts his first broadcast of the day, and then suddenly realizes that the sky is an orange, a weird color, and the sea's gone. Come to think of it, they were in the Arctic, so the Arctic's gone, which is worrying. Also, there's that tower in the distance, and I'm quite curious. I wonder if there will be a sequel. I wonder if we'll get a sequel to Deathloop, where we end up in a different loop, where we break into some sort of thing. Maybe the Motherland took the technology. Maybe it sets up for Dishonored 3. Maybe we play as an entirely new cast in Dishonored, Dishonored 3, and then we end up encountering Colt. Oh, I kind of wish we were still playing as Colt, because I just like him as a character. He's brilliant. Very funny. He's got a quick wit, and I do like that in a character. But yeah, that's... Oh, either way, we've done it. We have done it. That's another journey done. And yeah, under 50 hours-ish, give or take. So that's all right. We've made good timing on that one. And like I've mentioned previous, our next journey will not be Yakuza 3 as previously advertised, but in honor of the late, great Kevin Conroy. We're playing Batman Arkham Asylum. 200%. Will it be on hard mode? I don't know yet. I suppose we'll figure that out when we start. I might give hard mode a try. We might see what it's like. And if I'm not having too much fun with it, we may just restart. Don't know. We'll see how it all goes. I can't remember. The problem is what bits require me to actually have the notification-y thing. So I don't know. Maybe I won't. Or maybe I will. Nah. Do I need to play on hard mode? I didn't play the Outer Worlds on the hardest difficulty. I kind of... Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Also... Oh, blimey, has it been an hour already? No, it hasn't. No, I'm imagining things. No, yes, no, it has been an hour already. Okay, hail, stray girl, and cheers. I'm guessing we're not going to get a mid-credits scene in this one, though. It'd be nice, but we will see. And this time I am letting the credits roll uninterrupted. Every person on this list, every person right there, every one of them definitely deserves this. Because, yeah, I had a blast. I had a blast with this game. I'm sorry I couldn't play it sooner, but on the similar vein, apparently that extended ending was added in the Golden Loop extension to the game. I can't remember if Golden Loop was free DLC or not. Maybe I paid for it. Oh, I think I paid for it. It doesn't matter. I'm quite happy to give them money for actual DLC that adds stuff to the game. Not loot boxes, not XP boosts. Literally, here is the game. It is working and it's brilliant. But if you want some extra things, here is the DLC to buy at your leisure. And I bought it. I'm happy I bought it because we got some awesome guns. We got an epic ending. I'm not going to complain too much in the slightest. So there we go. Will I... No, actually, I can't give Bethesda any credit on this part because they were just the production. They were the producers, as far as I know, so they're the distributors and etc, etc. But Arkane and Lyon, Arkane Lyon. I think it's Arkane Lyon. Sorry, I get your names wrong. But Arkane Lyon, yeah, definitely did a very good job with this game. But again, they did a good job with Dishonored. It's just I've only ever played it once. I really need to get back to Dishonored after I've played this. Don't worry, it's long into the future. I mean, let's face it, we've still got our Yakuza franchise run to get through. And we're only up to the 3rd game. I don't know what I'm going to do after Yakuza 3, mind you. Turnip Boy conquers commits tax evasion, which was a gift, or Super Mario Sunshine? I mean, I did say I was going to play through the Super Mario HD collection, and I never got round to doing any of the other games. We played Mario 64. That's it. So, woo. Oh, Turnip Boy is fun and short. Well, we might do a double whammy then. Well, yeah, I might play Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. It's one. If it's a short game, it's one I'd be tempted to try and play offline. But I mean, it was a gift. It was a gift from one of our community, so I can't complain. Not complain. I'm not complaining. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, it's more of a case of, yeah, it was a gift, so it deserves to get a spotlight on the stream, and also it just gives us a bit more variety, doesn't it? Outside of massive RPGs. I mean, that's part of the reason why I play Deathloop, is that it gives me a break from the massive open world adventure. And I must admit, well, yeah, I'll cover all of this in the sports video afterwards, but I definitely had a lot more fun after I stopped chasing all of the achievements. We got the WNG 90 seconds one. That's fine. I'm still a bit sad that I didn't get the get in and get out without killing any Oh no, I did the Eternalist. I got in and got out without firing my gun once, but I assume that's because I had guns equipped or something. I don't know, but either way. I didn't fire my gun once, but I still didn't get that achievement, so... Maybe I'm misremembering the achievement. It don't matter, it wasn't a completion run, and it's not often I do completion runs on this channel. 100%, yes. Completion, no. That's... Actually, to be honest, I don't even say that I go on hard mode. I just usually play on hard mode for the sake of adding the extra challenge. Or... I don't know. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but we've got plenty of time. Mexican Audio and Keywork Studios. Marvellous. Game also ran fantastic once we finally got it up and running. Working nice with OBS. If I wasn't streaming the game, I could probably fire everything up to max settings and it'd run fine. But I couldn't because obviously... Oh, this was released in Japan. Cool. Hopefully the Japanese enjoyed it. That's a random thought, I know, but I'm working on sleep deprivation anyway, so yeah, forgive me for any random ramblings. Also, the fact is, I also need to keep talking over this game, because music's playing in the background, and if I'm not talking, then I can't make a claim of fair use. Though, in fairness, even if I make a claim of fair use, the recording studios can still turn around and say that their point stands, and which point I'm not going to argue anything else, because I have to lawyer up and take them to court. And am I really going to do that? No. Arkane Lyon, that's it. But yes. No, I'm not going to worry about faffing around with copyright claims. As far as I'm concerned, the production companies can have all £0 and 0 pence I make off this channel. Well, off the YouTube channel. If you're watching the YouTube archive, that made sense. If you're watching on Twitch, no, my beautiful community does actually give me a fair bit, so... Love you guys. Anyway, there we go. The end of Deathloop. I'm still blown away by the final ending. I'm definitely glad I did that one last. There we go. And then, yeah, Cold Story may be over, but you shouldn't stop further exploring Blackreef's mysteries and secrets. Hop back into the action. And done. And with that, we'll load back in. And then we will swap over to the gateway. And now, as is customary, for those of you new to this community, at the end of these journeys, well, you'll soon find out. So, Ezio, let's cut this around about here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of No Holds Barred. Yes, this one's come around about a bit quicker than the previous one, although technically, if you're watching this in context, but never mind. This game was fairly shorter compared to the last game we played. Either which way, as you can see by the title, hopefully, but also by the little square in the corner, though it doesn't actually say, we have been playing Deathloop, 200%, well, 100%, my criteria. So every legendary weapon, every upgrade, slab upgrade, that makes sense when you play the game, trust me, and complete the story, which is fairly simple, fairly straightforward. Not a simple story, but completing the story is a fairly straightforward affair when you get into the nitty-gritty of it all. But yes, as is customary, at the end of these journeys, I create these thoughts videos to give me a sort of bookend to the entire saga, to summarise my thoughts, my feelings upon a game, and if it helps you decide whether you want to play it or not, that is entirely up to you. But what is there to say about Deathloop? It is a sort of roguelike, I suppose it is a roguelike game. You play as a chap called Colt Van. You wake up on a beach on the island of Blackreef, and as you progress, you suddenly realise that you have been living a day in repeat. You wake up, you get drunk, you go to sleep, and then you wake up on the exact same beach, hungover again. So yes, well, actually that sounds like an almost Saturday evening for some people. But anyway, the idea is that you are trapped in a time loop and you need to figure out how to get out of it. The problem is, however, that everywhere you go there is this mysterious woman, Juliana, who is trying to kill you for reasons that you don't quite understand. As you get into the mechanics of the game, it's an I was going to say an FPG, but that's not, and I don't think that's a thing. It's an FPS. First-person shooter, for those uninitiated. You have 4 areas, as shown there. The complex up, down, Carl's Bay, Frist and Rock. You have 4 time periods of the day, morning, noon, afternoon, and night. And then by doing things at certain times of day in certain locations, you're able to unlock the mysteries of Blackreef. To be honest, one of the strongest aspects of this game is the story. It's phenomenal characters. Is it somewhere like Yakuza's, where it's got many twists and turns? It's got a few, but not really. It's just a fun story. It's a fun story with a bunch of unlikable characters that you get to kill repeatedly. What's not to love? So yes, the idea is that you find out there are 7 visionaries, all of which need to die within a 24-hour time period, else the day will repeat, and your mission is to figure out how to do that. The game is quite good at breadcrumbing your way to the end scenario. You're not left to try and figure it all out for yourself. Some hardcore gamers may not enjoy that as much, but for me, I was more than happy to follow the narrative and see where the game took me. There are side quests, probably would be a very light way of stating it. There are side missions, sub-stories sprinkled out throughout the world. You find a document, sort of like a Skyrim thing. You find a document which mentions, say, a hidden bunker, and then from that you can then go off and find the hidden bunker and get access to that. So you can find all sorts of secrets upon Blackreef, be it part of its history and its past, some of the lore of the world. Interesting point on the lore of the world. I won't spoil. If you've been watching the Let's Play, if you've been following this journey as we've gone on it, you'll know what I mean. But this game isn't so much a standalone as you might think. But anyway, you find these things, you find mini-games out in the world which gets you rewards. You also find bunkers with lore and all sorts of things and characters. And the main story isn't the only thing. If you go off the beaten path, you will find sub-stories and you will find some very nice things that all tie together at the very end. And there is one sub-story and one character that I was very, very happy that we met and completed. So yes. And well, I think that's as much as I can get out on the story without getting to spoiler territory. How does the rest of the game stand up? Oh, that goes my chair as well. Soundtrack, absolutely fantastic. I love the soundtrack. As you sneak around, it's all sort of like the music you'll hear in the background, very low level and sneaky and mysterious, and then you get epic guitar riffs if you alert an enemy. Sort of like Metal Gear Solid, I suppose, and epic music that kicks in as you fight all of the enemies. Mentioning fighting the enemies, this game is quite brutal. There's no... If you're an expert in FPSs and you're really good at aiming and you're really good at games like that, you will probably have no issue. For me personally, I'm not very good at stealth and I'm not very good at FPSs. So for me, once I alerted the enemies, I more often than not did indeed die. The game is quite forgiving. You have 3 lives before you have to repeat the entire day again. This is optional. There's a settings in the option, which means you can go from anywhere of having 0 re-rolls to infinite re-rolls. So if you find the game particularly hard and it's ruining your experience, you can set it so you will never have to reset the day again. You can just sort of have a god mode sort of thing. You do, as you progress, you will get to keep your weapons. Once again, that gets into story spoilers, so I won't go into it. But part of the charm of this game and the building of the gameplay is as you get better weapons, you will be able to do something called infuse them, which means that you get to keep them as you progress through the rest of the game, which obviously makes the game much more fun and much easier to complete. Well, I say complete, 100%. Well, finish, basically, but there we go. Soundtrack-wise, soundtrack's absolutely amazing, but I've already said that. And graphics-wise, I had to knock the graphics settings down for this run because it ate up quite a lot of the VRAM on my graphics card, which interfered with OBS. So if you're going to stream this game, you really should bear that in mind if you're using the NVENC encoder. Otherwise, I'm running on an RTX 2070 Super, so pretty old gen as far as the tech sphere is concerned. Game has run perfectly fine. In terms of processor, I'm running it on much older than that. So yes, I think all in all, very good game. Absolutely loved the ending, loved the story, loved a lot about it. Bit bug, I encountered one bug, maybe several bugs. Sometimes the controls can be a bit screwy, and there was an occasion where we snuck into an enemy encampment, and then all of a sudden the game decided to alert everyone in the room, and I have no idea why, so beware, there may be a few bugs here and there. There is a multiplayer we touched upon. Didn't really play that much of it, but we don't usually on this channel. You play in the multiplayer, you play as Juliana hunting down Colt. If you don't want to have random players jumping into your game, I recommend single player you turn it to single player mode like I have, else you will have people who can just jump into your game and completely ruin your run, because chances are that with the age of the game, they're probably very good at playing this game. And I think that's everything. I think I've covered everything, or at least I've got everything off my chest. Is there anything else? Mention the gameplay, mention the audio, mention the graphics, mention the story as much as I can. No, I think... Oh, voice acting. Colt's voice... all of the voice cast has been absolutely brilliant, but special mention to Colt's voice actor. Colt is just a fantastic character, at least for me. I like a character who has a quick wit. Colt has one, and his VA does a brilliant job of actually just bringing the character to life. And all the other characters. There are so many characters in this game. Characters you hate, characters you love. More so hate than love, to be honest, but that's the nature of Blackreef. You'll figure that out as you play. And now, I think that's everything. So, with that said, thank you for joining us for this No Holds Barred Thoughts video, and may you all have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are. And as always, until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits, and I'll see you all next time. And there we have it. Marvellous. Right, that's the Thoughts video out of the way, so I will edit that all together tomorrow when I'm doing the video editing. So all that's left for us to do now on our end is to wrap up the stream. I mean, we've got under an hour left of the stream. Not really enough time to get into Batman Arkham Asylum as it stands, so I think I will call it here. And we shall, well, we'll be back at 7 o'clock my UK time, but we'll cover that in the outro. So, if you're new here, hi. I'm Ezio, it's a pleasure to meet you. If you enjoyed what you saw, well, I'd really appreciate if you hit that follow button, but the decision will always be yours. If you ever want to catch me live, well, I stream here on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock UK time, depending on how my evening's gone, and every Saturday at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock UK time. If you've ever missed any of these streams, if you want to catch up with our run through the world of Deathloop so far, or in this case in its entirety, you can find all of these streams uploaded to the VOD section of this very channel, as well as a link to the YouTube archives and the panels down below containing playlists of every game, every journey as I call them, that we have ever been on this channel. And I think that's everything. Everything apart from a thank you to each and every one of you. Be you a chatter, be you a lurker, be you watching live here on Twitch or in the YouTube archives, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Thank you for joining me as we have journeyed through the world of this amazing game. And most of all, thank you for spending a little bit of your life here with me on the channel. It means the world. It always will do. And it always does. Now, let's see if we have enough to pay the good vibes forward. Nah, a bit light on numbers. So, with that said, with that done, to each and every one of you, may you all have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are. And as always, until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits, and I'll see you all next time.